Hey there, beauties. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and on this channel, I talk about all things beautiful. Whether this is your first time watching or you are returning, thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I wore to work last week and my thoughts on these fragrances. So if you guys are interested in hearing what I have to say, or you just want to hang with moi, then keep on watching. Before we get into the video, guys, we have to do our affirmation. Today's affirmation is, what makes a fragrance great is not the cost. It's not whether it's a designer or niche fragrance. It's not even the notes in the fragrance. What makes a fragrance great is the person who's wearing it. Remember, you are greatness. Now on to the video. Before we jump into the fragrances, guys, real quick, have y'all watched Bridgerton, Queen Charlotte? If you didn't, what are you doing with your life? My good Lord. Even if you didn't watch the second season, you can still watch this new season. It was absolutely amazing, and I finished it in 24 hours, and it's only 6 episodes. If you have watched it, comment down below. Let me know what you think, because I just thought it was absolutely fantastic. I drove my daughter crazy speaking with a British type accent the entire time I was watching it. Now, it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you guys who are moms or a mom type figure. I hope that you guys have a blessed and happy Mother's Day. Or if you're just spending time with your mom and you're not a mom, happy Mother's Day. And for those of you who this day may not be such a wonderful day, I pray that you find comfort and peace. My fragrance of the day, guys, scent of the day, I am getting ready to go to church. But my scent of the day is a combo, y'all. Oh, 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 Lord. It's just smelling so good over here. I'm sorry, I got lost in the moment. Angel Nova, EDP. This is a sweet, fruity, kind of sticky to me, rosy scent. And I have layered it with this Kama Sutra's Skin Potion oil. This is the revitalizing Bulgarian rose oil. Y'all, don't play with me, because on Mother's Day, you see I got my lashes on. I don't even wear lashes. The lashes are lashing. I have to push my glasses down on my nose. I don't see how my kids do this, but we shutting it down for Mother's Day over here, okay? Now, that's the scent of the day. Smelling great. So we're going to start with Sunday. What did I wear Sunday? Sunday, I went to a surprise graduation party, and it was like 80 something degrees in Chicago. It was hot. And so I wanted to wear Valentino's Coro Fantasy. And when I first sprayed it and I put it on, I was like, oh, I can't smell this. It's like a fresh, fruity, sweet fragrance, little citrusy. I just couldn't smell it. And I wanted to smell really good at this party. So I sprayed Princess on top of it, because I felt like I couldn't go wrong with Princess. It's my favorite fragrance. Yes, I sprayed that on top. Funny thing is, maybe like 20 minutes later, I started smelling the Coral Fantasy through the Princess. I started smelling the fruitiness, the freshness. I was like, uh-oh. She was like, hey, wait, why did you give up on me? I'm right here. She started peeking her head through, and I was really pleasantly surprised with the combination. If you guys are not familiar with Princess, I think this has some lemon in it and some, is it matcha tea and some marshmallow. It's like this sweet, airy, fluffy, marshmallowy type fragrance. Oh my God, it just takes my breath away. I can't mess with her right now because I'm not wearing her today, but it's an amazing scent. But this scent on top of it, not on top, but this scent underneath, it was coming through, and she was like, don't count me out. I'm here. And I was like, oh, girl, I see you. So just the nice freshness of the fragrance, the fruitiness of the fragrance, and the sweetness, it was actually coming through with the Princess on top. So I need to play around with this some more and give it another chance. Sometimes I get impatient with my fragrances, especially if I'm going somewhere and I feel like I want to make it happen. I want to smell good. So that one was a really great fragrance. Monday, I wore Gucci Guilty Perfume Eau de Parfum. So this fragrance, I hadn't worn it in a while and I forgot what it smells like, but it opens up with like this bright, fresh, powdery scent, and it has some rose in it. It's just really, really pretty. Oh shoot. The powdery note in here it almost reminds me of baby powder. It is a really nice scent. The rose is not overwhelming at all. I really do like this fragrance. This is perfect to wear to work. My only problem with this fragrance is I couldn't smell it after 4 hours. So I wouldn't say, for me, it's not the longest lasting scent, but it is really beautiful and I definitely will be wearing it again. So I enjoyed it. Just a little disappointed about the performance. Maybe because Monday was a horrible day at work and I really wanted to smell myself and I couldn't do it. Okay, so Tuesday, I wore Fiori. This is another one that I hadn't worn in a while and I wanted to wear it. This reminds me of Bazooka bubblegum. And I'm really showing my age by saying Bazooka bubblegum because I don't even know if they still make that. But if you remember, it kind of has this white powderiness over it. That's what this smells like. Powdery bubblegum. Sweet, fluffy. There's some neroli in here and I kind of get a little bit of that too, but mostly I get sweet, powdery bubblegum, and it smells absolutely amazing. And even though this is discontinued, you can still get this on fragrance.net. Okay, so Wednesday, you guys, I wore Twilly Hermes Eau Ginger. This smells so good. It lasts so long. There's just this fresh, zesty soapiness about this fragrance. It's kind of sweet. Well, actually, it's really sweet. It's just beautiful fragrance, and it lasts all day. And that day, I worked until 8 o'clock. So I sprayed it on like at 6:40 in the morning, and I could still smell it very well 8 o'clock that night. Actually, y'all, to the point where it started getting on my nerves. I know we like for our fragrances to last long, but let me tell you the problem with that real quick. For me, sometimes I want to smell something different. Even though I just complained about the Gucci Guilty lasting only 4 hours, after 8 hours, I really want to smell something else. And I couldn't do anything about it because I was at work. So that was my only complaint. I was like, dang, you still here? You haven't went anywhere? Very long lasting scent, performs well. I had a few compliments on this fragrance too. It's a very nice scent. I also got compliments on the Fiori as well. If you want something long lasting, fresh, zesty, soapy, clean, this will definitely be your jam. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, guys. Thursday is Thursday. So I was inspired to wear this by Dr. Claire Smith here on YouTube, Coco Mademoiselle. I haven't worn this fragrance a lot and it's not my favorite, but I wanted to give it a try. But somewhere deep in my mind, I wasn't fully confident I was going to like it. And I also put the Kama Sutra oil on it. Big mistake because I could not smell this. All I smelled was this. All day long. I promise you guys. Coco Mademoiselle wear. I couldn't smell it. And I thought it would be a good fit because it has some rose in here and there's some patchouli in here and some citrusy notes, I think. And I thought like, okay, this will be good mixed with this. All I smelled was this. And you guys, I had this guy, I was going down the stairs at work to go to the food truck to get some lunch. And this guy was just like, you smell so good. Oh my God, what are you wearing? Oh my God. And he was kind of like a little aggressive. I was like, dude, move. But I told him, and he could smell it through the mask. I think he was smelling this because that's all I could smell. I don't know what he was smelling, but I smelled good, and he really needed to know. So, and if you guys are not familiar with the Kama Sutra oil, it has sea blackthorn, buckthorn, don't know what that is, and Bulgarian rose. This reminds me a lot of Delina, but it doesn't have that fresh aquatic smell that Delina has. To me, Delina is really fresh. It doesn't have that. This is sweet rose type of scent. And let me tell you guys, I know a lot of people may think this is hyped up or the price is too much. Baby, this is worth every hype. It is worth the price. I need another bottle of this because I can confidently say I am going to be wearing this a lot. You can wear this by itself. This is an amazing oil. It performs better than some of the fragrances I have. I love it. So that was Thursday. Now we have Friday. And Friday I wore Gucci Bloom. And I hadn't worn this in a minute. When I first got it, I knew that I liked it, but I brought it in June, I think, and it was just too hot. It was like headache inducing. I just couldn't do it. And I didn't know what to do with the fragrance. I felt like it was nice and I didn't want to give it away. So it just kind of sat on my shelf. And one day I was watching AI the Great and she mentioned that she only wear this in the spring. And I was like, girl, why didn't you think of that? Why didn't you think to wear this in the spring? It was just sitting there. And so I decided to pull it out and wear it. And let me tell you guys, this fragrance is beautiful. It is white floral, creamy fragrance. If you don't like tuberose, you might not like this because it's definitely in there. And there's jasmine, and then there's this note called Rangoon Creeper, which I'm not really familiar with, but I will say that after this dried down, maybe like a couple of hours, I just got this really clean smelling fragrance. It was very nice. Not clean, musky, but just clean. It was just really beautiful, a little sweetness to it, and it lasts all day. But it wasn't loud. It was just a beautiful, clean, sweet smelling fragrance. And I really love it. I will definitely say this is not a fragrance that everybody is going to love. It would benefit you very much to get a sample of this first to see if you like it. Go on Ulta, spray it on your hand or Sephora and let it sit and then decide if you like this fragrance. I'm very happy I kept it. It is a very beautiful scent. It's not something that I will wear in the heat of summer, but it is absolutely beautiful. And this is Gucci Bloom. So Saturday, you guys, I didn't work, but I wore Gris Dior by Dior. And this fragrance, this is one of the most unique fragrances I have in my collection. It has some oak moss in it, some rose, some patchouli. And to me, this is an earthy rose. It smells almost piney, like pine needles to me. That's kind of the smell that I get. It's very unique, but it's very pretty. And this is another one that is not for everybody. I feel like this is something that would have to grow on a person. Like, don't count this out when you first smell it. Give it a chance to really sit and develop on your skin, because when I first got this fragrance, I did not like it. This is not a mass appealing scent. This is for people, I feel like, who have really been smelling fragrances and you developed your palette and you have been smelling different things. This would be for that type of person, not someone that's new to fragrances and you're trying to figure out what you like. Don't do that with this. If you can get a sample, do that. This is really, really pretty for the summer, for the spring, even the fall. I feel like this is actually maybe year round. Wait a minute, I take that back. Maybe not dead of winter, depending on where you live and how cold it gets. But this is a beautiful beautiful fragrance. And this is Gris. So that's it, you guys. That's what I wore last week to work. I would say out of all of the fragrances, Thursday was my favorite day. I really love that Bulgarian Rose, Karma Sutra oil. That combo was just, was it really a combo if I didn't smell the Coco Mademoiselle? No, it wasn't. So, but it was still my favorite day to wear my fragrances, and it was my most complimented day with the guy following me. I also got some other compliments as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts on any of these fragrances. If you have them, what do you think? If you have that Kama Sutra oil, what do you think about that? Do you think it's worth the money? Do you think it's overhyped? Let's talk about it. And until we meet again, guys, I hope that you are just safe and you remember how blessed and highly favored you are. Bye.